On March 31st, 2026, during a coordinated wave of airstrikes across northern Tehran, a residential complex in the Elahai district was struck shortly after midnight. Among those believed to have died was Elena Carter, a 23-year-old American citizen living in Tehran under undisclosed circumstances. Within 24 hours, her case was classified as a probable civilian casualty of war. But unlike others on that list, Elena Carter's disappearance did not follow the pattern of a typical strike-related fatality. Elena Carter, 23 years old, American, the daughter of a high-ranking United States Air Force official. She was not publicly known. Her presence in Tehran was quiet, unofficial, and largely undocumented outside a small diplomatic and intelligence circle. She was living under low-visibility security arrangements. Her travel records were restricted, and her purpose in the region was never formally disclosed. To her neighbors, she was just another foreign resident working remotely. In the weeks leading up to March 31 ST, something began to change. Residents described Elena as reserved, polite, and consistent in her routine. But shortly before the incident, she reduced her outdoor activity. She became more alert, more observant, frequently checking her surroundings as if she felt watched. Her communication patterns also changed. Telecom records later showed multiple incoming calls from unregistered or masked numbers. Most of these calls occurred late at night, between 10 p.m. and 1 a.m. Some lasted only seconds. Others went longer, but left no clear trace. At the same time, Elena stopped using normal messaging platforms. Instead, she began sending short, encrypted voice transmissions. At exactly 11:37 p.m., she sent one final message to a secure contact outside Iran. "Something's not right. If anything happens, this isn't random." That message was never publicly released. Just minutes later, everything changed. Between 11:35 and 11:40 p.m., Elena was active inside her apartment. Then between 11:42 and 11:46, multiple residents reported unusual activity. Movement in the hallway, low-volume conversation outside her unit, but no signs of panic, no signs of evacuation. At 11:47 p.m., one resident reported seeing a man exit the building. He was wearing neutral clothing, not military, not identifiable, and most importantly, he was calm. No urgency, no reaction to what was about to happen. At 11:49 p.m., a dark vehicle was seen parked near the building, engine running, lights off, waiting. Then between 11:50 and 11:52 p.m., the airstrike hit. The building suffered severe structural damage. Power was lost instantly. Communication across the area went dark. Search and rescue teams arrived hours later. What they found raised more questions than answers. Inside Elena's apartment, there were no signs of forced entry, no signs of struggle, no blood, no disturbance. Everything was exactly where it should be, except three things were missing: her phone, her laptop, and her external storage devices. Everything that contained her digital life was gone. Witnesses began to come forward. One neighbor reported hearing voices outside her door. Not aggressive, not loud, but controlled, almost deliberate. Another witness confirmed seeing a man leave the building minutes before the strike. He didn't run. He didn't react. He simply walked away. A third witness reported a vehicle parked outside shortly before the explosion. And then, just seconds before impact, it drove off. Surveillance footage later confirmed this. A vehicle stationed near the building for several minutes. Engine running, lights off, and then gone. Right before the strike. Within 48 hours, Elena's case changed. It attracted classified attention. Access to evidence became limited. Certain digital logs were removed. Communication between investigators was restricted. And local authorities were instructed to maintain one conclusion: war casualty, no further investigation. No independent forensic audit. But the inconsistencies remained. No confirmed body, no DNA identification, no explanation for the missing devices, clear evidence of activity before the strike, and one final message that didn't sound like fear of war. It sounded like a warning. 3 possible explanations emerged. The first, that Elena Carter died in the airstrike, but there was no physical evidence to confirm it. The second, that she was removed from her apartment before the explosion, supported by witness accounts, missing devices, and pre-strike movement. And the third, that the airstrike itself became the cover, a moment of chaos used to hide something deliberate. Her final message remains the most unsettling part. Something's not right. If anything happens, this isn't random. Elena Carter has never been found. No remains. No confirmed outcome. Her case remains classified and unresolved, but the evidence suggests something important. In war, destruction hides many things, but sometimes it doesn't create the truth. It buries it. So the question remains, if Elena Carter wasn't killed in that explosion, then who took her? And why did it happen just minutes before everything was destroyed?